Retailers are already battling a contraction in spending. Rising costs and paying off debt is shrinking disposable income, leaving consumers with little in their pockets. Even the cost on basics has risen rapidly. Food, which makes up for 40% of household expenditure, is up 12%. The prices of fruit and vegetables have gone up by 25 and 15% respectively.
Fruit and vegetables were the highest on a year-on-year basis. There's going to be a reallocation in terms of priorities in the food basket, although it's relatively difficult for the poor consumer to actually make changes because everything's actually expensive at the moment.
Prices are expected to remain elevated largely as a result of the drought. Maize production halved to around 7 million tons this year, forcing the country to export grain.
So looking forward, the forecasts are indicating that we are likely to see more rains in the grain crop areas, and we should see an improvement in production in the next season going into 2017. So in the longer term, food inflation should actually start moderating in the second quarter of 2017, and we should see a further deceleration.
The Reserve Bank warned that the domestic economy remains vulnerable to global shocks like oil prices and possible policy changes in the United States.
The Trump administration in the U.S. is likely to adopt policies which could hurt emerging market economies, and the rand, of course, would come under pressure. So at least next year is going to be a very uncertain period for emerging market currencies.
Uncertainty over South Africa's credit rating is also weighing in on the economy. A possible downgrade would make the cost of living more expensive.
The currency definitely would react negatively. We saw that 2 years ago when Brazil was downgraded, for instance. So the currency would definitely come under a lot of pressure. When it comes to interest rates, the Reserve Bank has estimated that the cost of borrowing for South Africa could go up by up to a percentage point. So definitely we would feel the effects of the downgrade.
The next few days could send the economy on a new path in 2017, and South Africans may have to brace themselves for another tough year ahead. Sumitra Nydoo, CCTV, Johannesburg, South Africa.